Welcome back, true believers. This is Raktar, and I'm playing some more Skyward Sword today. In the last episode, I got to this main room. I got this door right here unlocked. And here's something I didn't notice when I was like, what do I do here? This map shows you where the secrets of the hidden pathogens, the hidden pathways lie. And so you know what to do. Like, the game doesn't try and trick you. Like, is that all that does? Just make him, like, gets him off? Why would I want to do that if all it does is gets him off? What I really want to do is blow away this sand and not worry about that guy. Oh. Wait, stop locking onto things. Stop locking onto things. You know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking today about the History Channel. And, like, 5 or maybe even 6 years ago, when I was in college, and I lived in the dorms, I used to just, like, watch the History Channel all freaking day. Okay, so that's nothing. That is literally just a dead end. I used to just sit and watch the History Channel, like, all day long. But it was different, because what they showed was, like, history stuff, and then I would turn it away from the History Channel when, like, when, I don't know, oh, don't want that. I'm full on rupees. So I would turn away from the History Channel if anything about UFOs or the Bible came on. And my reasoning was always that I was like, well, this is not... Oh, guess what? Are you ready to learn about Amber Relics? So yeah, and my reasoning was always like, well, UFOs in the Bible, really, since UFOs is just speculation... Oh, nope, don't do that. I should be able to catch them... Dude, that's like some alien shit right there. So it's like, so since the Bible is really just, or since UFO stuff is really just speculation, and the Bible, in my opinion, has, like, no historic value because you can't really know... I'm sure there's some historic events that get referenced in the Bible. I don't think you can find any real history there, so whenever they had anything about those two things, I would turn the channel. And now I was like, there's some shows that I actually watch on the History Channel. Like, sometimes I'll watch Pawn Stars, but one show that I've never watched is Ice Road Truckers. And what I was thinking about, I was like, so they don't really show a lot of history stuff anymore. They'll show a bunch of reruns of Pawn Stars or a bunch of reruns of Ice Road Truckers or stuff like that. So I was like, Ice Road Truckers really has no historic value. Like, at least Pawn Stars, they try and tell you the history behind the items they get, and they get a lot of historic items on the show. But I was like, Ice Road Truckers, and then they made up that stupid phrase, history made every day. Like, they made up that phrase to justify... Oh, so we need to go from there. So they made up that phrase to, like, justify the fact that... Whoa. Ooh, don't die. They made up the phrase, history made every day, so they could, like, justify the fact that their channel doesn't actually have any history on it. And I was like, I don't know if you can do that, guys. Like, I don't know if that's an acceptable thing to do, to be like... And obviously it's just to compete with other networks, but I was like, what's worse? And I was legitimately thinking here about, like, the concept of, like, history made every day versus, like, the concept of, for example, the Bible. What's worse? Showing programs about, like, ice road trucking where they're like, oh, the history is that this will have historic value because it's, like, a dying way of shipping. Or showing the Bible. So it's like, what's worse? Shows about the Bible and UFOs or ice road truckers? So I don't know. Just food for thought. I was thinking about that today. I was like, who's really to say which of those types of shows has less value? But it's also, I think it's funny, when I'll watch, like, a show about the JFK assassination, and the show will, like, clearly be insinuating that it was a conspiracy, and I'm like, the only historical way to cover that assassination is to really... Okay, I'm in the right room. The only way to, like, historically cover... Is there anything else I can do other than just drop down? I guess not. I was like, the only way to, like, historically cover that assassination would be to just... oh, perfect. would be to just assume both stories and cover it either way. So I thought it was always funny when, like, they would have on the History Channel, like, something called, like, JFK, the real story. And I'd be like, well, the real story is that we can speculate about what happened, but we don't actually know. Like, I was like, that's the real story, like, if you want to tell the real story. Like, I personally, I'm not the hugest conspiracy theorist around, so I was never a believer in, like, the whole JFK assassination conspiracy. I always believed it was one angry guy, or, you know, one guy with a gun. That was always my thought on the JFK assassination. But I'd be like, so to cover it on, like, a channel called History Channel, and be like, don't want to miss anything in here, but to cover it on, like, a channel like the History Channel and be like, oh, it was obviously a conspiracy, to even show a program like that is almost like, I don't know, undermines the name of the channel, but it's like, who cares? It's your cable network. Is an open spot here? I'm trying to blow away this sand, but these, like, rupees are literally getting in my way. Oh, and there's not an open spot there anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I don't know. I always felt that, like, conceptually, like, stuff like that undermined, like, the idea of having a channel about history. So I was talking about it with my brother. And also, like, there's, like, the fact that the Discovery Channel has a lot of weird stuff, but then we're like, well, that's not fair to say that, like, they have... Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I was like, it's not really fair to say that their programming is out of place, because their channel is called Discovery, which is, to be honest, a pretty ambiguous... it's pretty ambiguous to say Discovery Channel, because it's like, well, you don't really know what they're insinuating they're discovering with that name, so you can't... It's not fair to be like, oh, that's a stupid name, it doesn't really talk about what the channel is about, because you can, like, discover anything, so... Ambiguous name, I think, gives you a little more, like, freedom. It's Red Rupee! And my rupee wallet is full of knowledge. It's stupid. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like you have, like, a little more license to kind of do whatever you want on your channel if you have, like, an ambiguous name, but when you have, like, the History Channel, I feel like you wouldn't... Maybe, actually, I think I've seen shows like this on the History Channel that were... There was, like, a show one time, I think, called, like, The History of Creationism, and I was like, no, History Channel, this is... You're not going to be able to sell this to me very well, because I'm just not buying it. Like, I don't think there's historic value to what you're talking about right now. So I was like, nah. Sorry, History Channel. Nothing doing with that. I don't know. So, those channels. Like, you know what channel I've never watched because I think I have to get an extra cable subscription to get it? Would be like the Science Channel. Who knows, maybe the Science Channel would have something on it that I wouldn't approve of. But, I think that's different. I'm sure, like, a channel called... Oh, do I have to pull this? Wait, what did that do? What did that do? I don't actually understand what that did. Oh, does it stop the thing? Maybe that's what it did, is it stopped this. But anyways, yeah, that's actually the end of my channel name rant. So I don't know what that switch does, so I'm just gonna let things go their way for now. Oh, that's to get it back. Oh, it resets it. That's perfect. So if you mess up with this part, you can get it back. I must say, I'm always a fan of video games. Oh no, it's one of the impossible enemies! Which aren't that impossible, but in that one episode I decided to be like, these enemies are impossible. You cannot defeat them with pasta. But they're like, I don't even know... Oh, but obviously they're super challenging. So obviously he's gonna get stuck on that gate. I could just take out my fan and use it to, like, simultaneously incapacitate this thing and also blow the fan above that gate, but at the same time I just want to take this guy out so he drops his 100 billion rupees for me. Dude, okay, I am having some major trouble doing this super, like, his missiles are probably, historically, the slowest moving missiles I've ever seen in my life. Alright, so we're locked onto vertical slash right now. You know what these things look like is thermal detonators in Star Wars? Like, the weapon that, damn it! He's too close to me, that's part of the problem. This one is totally, so he's gonna launch his thermal detonators. It's the weapon when, like, C-3PO... Like, okay, so Leia is, spoiler alert, dressed up as, like, a bounty hunter. And she pulls out this, like, weapon. I'm gonna die right here. I don't have any fairies. Okay, we have to do this. I know, this is, like, a desperation move of weakness that is about to happen. I do have a fairy. Whatever. In fact, I should drink the fairy, and I should use the fairy, because there'll probably be another fairy somewhere in here. And by the way, fairies, one thing I appreciate in this game is they're not like, end-all, be-all. What the fuck is wrong with me? This enemy is not challenging, and I'm, like, making it just... there! Was that so hard? Don't think I'm meant... Well, I actually do think I'm mentally disabled, because I am, but... That was probably way more challenging than it needed to be. But yeah, thermal detonator. It's what Leia is holding in her hand, and C-3PO in Return of the Jedi is like, why the great job of the Hutt asks why he must pay 50,000. And she's like, yata, or something like that. And he goes, because he's holding a thermal detonator. But it's really not a he, it's like Leia, you know, it's a she. But you don't know that. Oh, dude. See, this is not fair. I can't beat that guy. He's unbeatable. But this one coming up is totally beatable. Oh, I didn't get there in time. Curse this metal body, I wasn't fast enough. Yeah. And finish it off with the thrust. Finish it off with the old thrusternator. Is there anything I can get to over here while these platforms are wide like this? No, I don't think so. I can get to rupees that I don't need, but that ain't all that important. And I can get to enemies that are impossible. I actually really hope that I'm able to get another fairy to replace that fairy, but I don't know why, because I can't remember if the boss in this place is hard. I mean, I've beaten the game. It's one of those things, the boss in this place can't be that hard. Oh, I bet, and this switch probably opens that... Oh no, the fan opens the door. I guess it probably sends the... It probably sends the future train back. Alright. So let's open this door. This is something that I kind of conceptually like. Is that, like, I take this out. I'm opening this door 1,000 years in the past. So it'll be opened later on when I come back in the future. And it's like, as long as nobody really messed with this place over time, there's no reason historically that I see a problem with that. Like, as long as nobody came in here for 1,000 years and effed with stuff, it doesn't seem like there's a way to close that gate, so why not say that if I opened it 1,000 years in the past, that it'll be here 1,000 years in the future. So I obviously can't flip it, so that's... It must be for something unrelated. So we'll go this way, which is obviously a direction I have not yet been, and it has... Oh, more of that guy. I don't even know why I'm... Oh, duh. That's the stone. For some reason I thought that was a crumbled statue, but that was like ridiculously... Oh, okay, bring it back. I want to check what's up the ladder first. You're probably like, what is your problem, Rackety Dactar? Why are you being so weird? And it's because I realized that... Oh, it's another one of the... Okay. So it's obviously I have to come back this way if I want to come down that way. Alright. Shove it in its train butthole. That sounds dirty. Sounds super dirty. Alright. Wait, come on. Do that. I don't remember what puzzles are coming up here. It's obviously not a puzzle, it's just a skill check. That is really, in my mind, there's like this big difference between like the concept of puzzle versus the concept of like skill check. Alright. It's gonna bring this to life and I'm gonna kill it. Do it! Do it! Do it! I believe! Alright. And thrust. Dude, you know what sound that almost makes when it dies is, the sound from, like, the game Doom, Alright, we need to be a little bit ahead for this. Alright, come on. Come on. Oh! Do the future! Alright. Oh, so you only have enough time to... Oh, wow. Okay, okay. That puzzle was thought out in advance. That part of the dungeon was planned on purpose. Okay, send it back. Send her back. Oh. Does that send her back, or does that just recall it really fast? Okay, it just recalls it really fast. And then I'm wondering if there's a way to turn it around without having to do the little stab jerks, but I mean, obviously it doesn't. It's not like that takes a million years or anything to do, so it's not a gigantic problem. Oh, I was like, what is the glowing thing over there? And I realized it's one of those stupid, like, stupid ball enemies that lives in the sand that shoots its thunderballs at me. Is what it is. Right, jump! Right, have I been over to any of this side yet? Oh no, but this is like... Wow, this room is gigantic. You know what that means? Oh, there's a bird statue right there. It means there's going to be a boss key right there. And Zelda lives inside that door at the end, according to the sign. I actually really do like that, in this part of the game, like, the Nehru mining facility it's not... It's just, like, attached... Oh, damn it. Oh, good thing I didn't get blown off there. It's not, like, attached to the thing, so you can just blow these guys to their doom. Will they fall to their doom if I do this? I was like, they better fall to their doom. Oh, look! Again, chilling blob! It may look like a boring wad of gunk, but you have already gotten, like, 8 of them. So it's a good thing me, the game's mechanics, was here to explain to you what the jelly... Oh, no!